Flosstube, welcome to my channel, Home Sweet Home Handmade. I'm Natalie and this is episode 77, and this is my channel where I talk to you about my love of cross stitch and what I've been working on. Today we've got a little bit of haul and no finishes but quite a few starts, and it's an extra special day because it's Percy and Simon's 2nd birthday. You would have seen I put in the intro video that I got them these cat lollipops. They are good for them, there's no nasties or anything in them, and they absolutely love them. So Greg was feeding Percy and I was feeding Simon his lollipop. Of course we got them a card. This is their birthday card. I also got them a water fountain, so I'll pop a photo in here, which hasn't been a great success because I've always been worried about them not drinking enough. They've had a couple of drinks out of it, but Simon thinks it's a little mini paddling pool and keeps putting his paws in it and splashing the water everywhere. So I think we've come to the decision that we're going to donate it to the Cat's Protection. And if you haven't already done so, grab yourself a cuppa and let's spend some stitchy time together. I've got a little pile here, so I'm not sure how long I'm going to be with you today, but settle in. So just put this down here. With it being the boy's birthday today, I'm jumping straight to haul. I am going to start this. Sorry about the glare. So this is a Luca S kit. I don't think it's got a name. Susan, I don't know. And that does look like Simon from the back. My husband always says, he always makes me laugh because he says Simon from the back looks like he's got little Russian boots on, because it's like normal hair and then goes really bushy. So yeah, I'm going to be starting that today, and it is 16 count Ada with anchor floss. Quite a lot of browns. Yeah, I think I'm probably going to start in the tail. And talking of the boys, I dug these out of stash. Actually, one was out of stash and one arrived. So this one arrived, and this is a Design Works Christmas stocking, and this one is going to be for Simon. So I'm going to do each of the boys a Christmas stocking. I mean, they're not going to be ready for this year, but There we go. And that's a kit. And it comes with 14 count. It's like that rustico. I got this from 123 Stitch. So that's Simon's stocking. And this one is Percy's, because he's a he likes to sleep a lot. So that one is Percy's stocking. So I'm not sure when I'm going to start these. I could join Amy from Amy Loves Toads with Stocking Sunday, couldn't I? Maybe I'll start next Sunday. I put those over there. Right, where to start? I'll just jump in. The first one is, I've got two projects in here, and this is the one that I cannot put down once I start. And you've seen it many times if you are a regular viewer, and it is Jardin Privé Lady Halloween. And I'm doing this with Cottage Garden Threads Storm on a piece of 16 count 𝐦𝐨𝐬𝐞 Vintage Country Cream Ada. And I'll show you where I got up to. So, since last time, and I must start and do some before photos. So, I've put in the L, M and N. I came down and did that motif and put the W and the V, and then I started this big branch. So that's where we are at the moment. So as I say, I've started on this big branch. So I'm going to carry on with that, and I think I might put the bottom of her dress in as well, and maybe even her hat. I'm trying to get this as a finish for this October. I don't know whether I will. Is that a loose thread? Yeah. But I am really enjoying this. I'm really enjoying using these threads. Sorry if you can hear any background noise. It's Sunday and everybody seems to be out using power tools, gardening, and you name it. So also in this bag is my Letty Stitch Mermaid Kiss. This is a full coverage piece, and I have started up here. And this is 16 count 𝐥𝐤𝐤𝐸 Ada using anchor threads. That's Mermaid's Kiss Letty Stitch. And just a bit more on this one. I mean, it would be good to take a before photo of this one so you can see the progress. So I've done some more sky and I've put a seagull in. Now I've done that one in 2 threads, and I think I'm going to do the rest just in 1 thread, but a little bit more progress on that. So each of these squares is 100 stitches. So you can say get that up, that's probably getting on for about 1,000 stitches there, but it doesn't look anything, does it? And I am old school, and I am marking it off with a highlighter. Simon's just got out the window, so sorry about that. The next one I'm keeping in this little gingham plastic wallet is my Love Poppet oak Christmas tree. So you can get this as a kit, or I think it's available as PDF download as well. So I haven't done quite as much stitching as I'd hoped since I last saw you. I've done a bit, but I started my new job 4 weeks ago and it's going really well. But by the evening, my brain is a bit like a tin of mushy peas, and my energy levels are really low. So I dropped down. So I started in my usual left corner, and I dropped down and started doing one of the birds. So we've got a headless bird. So I want to get that, at least the bird and the present finished, because it looks a bit odd, doesn't it, without his head. Yeah, I love that though. Put everything back so it's not my usual almighty mess. Where do we go next? So the next one is a new start. It's being kept in the Caterpillar cross stitch project bag, and this was heavily enabled by one of the lovely ladies at my stitch group. And it is a Caterpillar cross stitch Christmas Wonderland. So there we go. So, as I said before, I've started up at the top. And I remember the lady saying who's stitching it, that they don't give you a great amount of fabric. So it does look like I've started right in the corner. And it'll be fine for framing. I've only done a little bit of this. So as I say, I've started in that mountain range just there. And I got this as a kit, and this is, doesn't say what fabric. I would say it's 16. But there we go. And I had to order the amazing ice skates needle minder. So I'm enjoying that one so far. I've only got a little bit done. But Nikki, who's stitching it, it looked amazing, so I had to say yes to that one. And I've never had a kit from Caterpillar cross stitch, and their threads come on these cards, which is a bit like, is it RTO or Letty Stitch? They do it like this. They're lovely colours. And talking of the stitch group, I'll show you my progress on this one, which is in my Made by Rachel bag, and I have got round to putting a tag on this one of what it is. And this is my heartstring samplery, where is it? Christmas Bells sampler. Take it out of plastic. And this is coming along I'm doing the border first because I think the words will go very quickly. And I'm using this, no, I'm not using this, I'm using the Petite Silky 12 weight cotton petites for the colours, and then I have got silk for the silver bells. There we go. Hoping I don't run out of this. So let me show you my progress. I did do a bit of a boo-boo stitch group, and I did have to frog a bit when I got home. And I'm stitching this, if I can find the card. I know it's a Sparklies, and it's, there it is. So Sparklies 18 count Ada, and it's called Slightly Nutty. So it is a pinkish fabric with a slight brown to it. So that's where I am. So I've managed to turn the corner, and I might keep this one out today so I can go back and put the flower in there and just some flowers around there. But yeah, it's coming along. It's going to be lovely when it's done. But I just wanted to get that epic border done first. And this fabric is lovely to stitch on. So let's see if I can make it down one of the sides for next time. Stitch group is next Saturday. As I say, I might just keep this out today just to do 1 or 2 flowers, just to keep it moving forward. Next one, I'm keeping this in my, I got this from Fat Quarter Shop, and it's one of their mesh plastic bags, and this was my 𝐦𝐨𝐵𝐿𝐿 call for July, and it is Madame Chantilly Halloween in a Jar. And I've been really naughty. We're nearly at the end of August and I haven't picked my August 𝐦𝐵𝐿𝐿 up yet. Just that is my full coverage Pain-Free Crafts Chris Dunn knitting circle, and I just haven't had the headspace to do full coverage this month with starting the new job. So I've just been grateful for whatever I've stitched on. So I added a little bit more to this one. So I sort of added a bit more of that rose. And black roses seem to be the theme of this Flosstube, which you'll see in a moment. And I do really like this, and this is on one of my most favourite I can't get my words out, fabrics. It's a colour and cotton, and my sister got me this. It is River Rock 14 count Ada, and it is just amazing to stitch on. It's just the right texture, not too stiff and not too really soft, and it's a lovely colour as well. So yeah, I need to put some more in this, which I think is the theme as well of this Flosstube. Also in here, I haven't stitched on this, but I might as well show you as it's in here, is, it's another love poppet, and it's Wren and Snowdrops. And I got that as a kit. And I've done a bit on it, but I haven't stitched on it lately. I mean, this could be a winter project, so then it could be displayed. Look at that poor effort. It could be displayed in January, the snowdrops. I got this kit for Donna Ray, Flannel Jammies Farm, and she's finished hers. It's lovely. And staying on the theme of Halloween, I started my, I think, yeah, I showed you this last time. It's Owl Forest Embroidery Black Roses, but I put it in a different project bag. I put it in this one. And this is a new acquisition from Val at Patchwork Paw Print. And I just love this. I love the zipper pull, this fabric. And then this one on the back as well. So I thought that this project deserved a nice project bag, as it is going to be quite long term. So this is the project Black Roses, and I am stitching this entirely in DMC 310 and my usual left hand start, and I have done a bit more on this. Oh, and I got a thread bed as well. I love this. Look at that. I couldn't resist that. I'll put a link to Val's shop, Patchwork Paw Print, in the description box below. So I am stitching this on a Fabric Flare Ada 16 count in the colour Sea Glass. And this is where I've got to so far. So last time I showed you, I think I'd got this black rose and this one done. So I've put in all of this, and I've started to put the cathedral in. I'm assuming this is cathedral. It looks big enough to be a cathedral. So I've started there. And I have done a slight boo-boo on this. It was a counting error and I wasn't going to rip out so much, so I just need to remember on the opposite side to do what I did here. Yeah, it's coming along. And this fabric is really blown out, but it's a lovely, lovely green with a slight mottling on it. That's a bit better. So yeah, I'm pleased with the progress of this one. I haven't got too far to go until I've done page 1. Just flash this up back here. So that, I just need to do that. So let's see how far I get next time. So if you've got this in your stash, and you'd like to stitch along with me, pull it out and let's have a start. Well, I've started mine, but you start yours. And that amazing bag. Love it. Right, where are we going next? Oh yes, This is in a bag from Pauline at 𝐥𝐤𝐬𝐵 Bags. Pauline sells her bags on Instagram, but she also sells them in her shop, her and her daughter Sarah's shop, 𝐥𝐤𝐬𝐵 Stitchery on Ko-fi. And look at that beauty. So this was well, there's two projects in here. Wasn't a planned start, this one, but I got this kit from Vinted, and I think it was £3, and it's DMC, and it is April showers. But that just made me laugh. Now, when I read the instructions, because I did this time, it said that the rainbow needed to be one thread. But when I started stitching it, I didn't like it. So I've changed it to 2 threads. And I've only done a little bit. There we go, there's my great start. But yeah, this was one strand and I just didn't like it. It was, the coverage was really faint, and I thought, no, I want the rainbow to stand out more, so I've switched it to 2 threads. That's that one. And then also in here is a little Christmas WIP that I've started, and it's called Lizzie Kate Snippet Wise Men Still Seek Him. Look at that. And I have pulled threads from Stash for this one. I love the little sheep. And I'm stitching this on a piece of, I think it's white chocolate Ada. Here we go. 16 count, yeah, white chocolate Ada from 123 Stitch. And I've just not even done the W. So that will be a quick stitch if I get my act together. And I've got the most amazing frame to frame this, so it will be a brilliant finish. So that's my Pauline bag. Oh, just put the sheep away. This seems to be the Pauline show, because look at that beauty. And in here is a project that was a chart from 𝐥𝐤𝐬𝐵 Stitchery, and I will put a picture up here of it. And I started this straight away as soon as I purchased it, and I'm stitching this on a piece of, it's another fabric flare, vintage flowers, and it's 14 count. And I haven't started it at the top because I don't really like that's running through, so I've started at the bottom. There we go. And I'm using Classic Colourworks Carrie Berry. And this is such a quick stitch. This will be done next time. And I will put a link to Sarah and Pauline's Ko-fi shop in the description box below. I thought this fabric went really well with this colour of thread. Vintage Flowers by Fabric Flare. There we go. And I've also got another chart in here that I thought would go lovely, because there's going to be quite a bit of this vintage flowers left. Probably that section. And I thought that this 𝐦𝐨𝐬𝐞 that I had in stash would go really nice on this as well. So it is, home is the nicest word there is, another snippet. And I've pulled threads as well. So yeah. Just gonna have another sip. Right, what have we got in here? Oh yes. This is another star. I mean, I had that video last time showing you my 4 framed projects, and now I've just had a case of the Star Titus. So this one here, I'm going to show you the project bag first. This is my most recent project bag from Pauline, and I'm a big reader and I just had to get this one. Look at the fabric on this. It is stunning. Beautiful fabric. And this is a vintage purchase as well. I think this was the grand sum of £3, and it's a really old kit. I can't find a year on it, but some of you may have stitched this back in the day. And it's Merry Mouse Meadow, and it's called And So to Bed. There we go. I just think this is the cutest thing ever. So we've got one in the bunk bed up there sleeping, and then one down here that's gone underneath the quilt and is reading by candlelight. I don't think that I'm going to put these 2 pictures in. One's a sun and one is a moon, but I just don't like them, so I'm going to leave them out and just put some, just see if I need to put another couple of flowers for the wallpaper. So yeah, And So to Bed, and it was from Home Firth in West Yorkshire. So I am a lover of stitching what you like, so I will, there is a couple of the new market releases that I particularly like. The one from Artsy Housewife with, I think it's, is it cocoa and chocolate or something or other, where the lady's standing on the table. I love that one, but I also love vintage kits as well. And I have started on the bed frame, just here. There we go. And I've started on the top quilt. So I think I'm going to move along and do the top quilt. So yeah, there's the yellow that I've put in. I'm going to move along and do the top quilt. So that's my vintage find. I've got another vintage find in here, and I don't know why I got this, but I just love it. This is, I can't show you the other thing in here, because that may be a potential Christmas gift from my sister Emily in the future. We stitch each other a gift for Christmas each year. And this was another vintage find. I've never heard of these, and it's called Art Stitch. by Pandas, and it's 2005, and it's an American kit. And I don't know why I picked that, but it just made me smile, especially like that one. And it's a kit, it's come with the green Ada. So I don't know when I'm going to start that one, but I put the 2 vintage kits in the vintage book bag. Right, I think that is everything. Yeah, I think that is everything I've got to show you today. Not as much stitching as I would have liked. As I say, I started my new job a month ago, and it's going, as I say, it's going really well. I am enjoying it, but there's a lot to learn, a lot of IT systems to learn to get your head around. So there hasn't been much sort of focus stitching, apart from black roses, but the end of August going into September, my main focus is going to be Christmas gift stitching, because I do need to crack on with that and get it done, because 24th of August today, 4 months time, will be Christmas. Can you believe it? This year seems to have gone by in a blink. So the boys are still sleeping. Percy is in his usual position on his back with his legs in the air. So funny. And it shows how trusting he is, that he lets you brush him and stroke his belly and everything. So they're obviously very happy, and we're happy to have them. So until I see you again, I hope you stay happy, healthy, and enjoy your stitching, everybody. And thank you for being here. I really appreciate it. Take care. Bye for now. Bye.